People were wondering, I know after my gospel in the morning, that is your hair. And the week, the little Hitler of Rivers. Brother of Hitler with his mustache. You know, when I preach, I say always that we are always right and we always win. Always right and we always win. Now listen. I used to say to you people that Biafra is Igbo. Forget your oh my, how do I explain this to this? You know, I'm talking to black people. I just want to find the right words. So when I explain it, you understand. The whole of Biafra land is Igbo. It doesn't mean that anybody is coming to impose whatever language on you. The reason why my Yoruba brothers, they have the same language is because of the conquest from Ile-Ife of other Yoruba people. Like the Lajes, the Ijebus, those from Ekiti, what are they called again? Ijebu people, there are the Egba people, but they're all Yoruba. Because of conquest. Because the royal family from Ile-Ife conquered all of them and imposed Yoruba language. Had the Yoruba society remained republican by nature, the Egba people will speak a different language, the Lajes will speak a different language, the Jebus will speak a different language, the Oyo will speak a different language. Do you understand? But they're all together, all one family. The reason why I want Asia Queen Agent Pig, you're listening, and we can. The reason why everybody in Biafra land, the East, doesn't speak Igbo today is because Igbo people never had a king that can go to war. There was no king. God is our king. And you do not take what doesn't belong to you. It is called it means you must be fair all times. That thing you don't want somebody to do to you, don't do it to another person. That was the reason why there was no history of conquest. And because of that, people developed, had their own distinct dialect, had their own way of life. Are you following? Now let me tell you why I said, I've preached this before, but you know people are sometimes hard at hearing, so I'll preach it again tonight. Let me tell you the reason why I said that Biafra land is Igbo. Not Igbo language. Not that Igbo people own it. Everybody is Igbo originally. I want to prove to all of you that everything I say is correct. How many states make up Biafra land? I wish I'm doing this thing in a town hall meeting. I would have enjoyed it more. Biafra land, as I have said and as I've argued, and even when I was arrested and detained, they were interviewing me at DSS. They asked me to give them the names of the areas that I say is Biafra territory. I said Imo, Enugu, Edo, Abia, Bayelsa, Rivers, Cross River, Ebonyi, Anambra, Delta, Akwa Ibom, Benue, Kogi. Once I mentioned Kogi and Benue, they went mad. Hey, he has come, he wants to take Middle Belt as well. Even Garabashe, we said it only last week. And this night, please pay me attention. Give me your attention. Give me your attention. I'm begging you, please. Why I said that Biafra land is Igbo. Igbo is the glue that holds it together. And I will prove it to you tonight. Do you know why I'm angry with Nigeria? Some people don't understand. I hate Nigeria with a passion. I despise Nigeria with every sinew in my body. From 13 states, they shrunk the Igbo nation to only 5 in the middle. And I want you to minus 5 from 13. What are you left with? 8. There are 8 states where there are Igbo people that the Fulani is telling you that they are not Igbo or they have given to other people by force. Now listen please. Why I said everybody is Igbo. Are there Igbo people in Imo State? I'm sure some people are now saying yes. Are there Igbo people in Enugu State? Yes. Are there Igbo people in Edo State? Yes. Igbo people in Abia? Yes. Even in Bayelsa. Some say, but it's, hi, Bayelsa. Hi, but it's a Joland. Yes, it is. But there is a place called Usekwenike, Abueto, Eke, Opokri. When we used to sing a song, Dead Opokri, when we won't go into that anyway. Opokri. And if you come to our land, if you go to every school you have today and ask the headmaster to bring out the register, somebody's answering Opokri. Even in Enugu. These are in Bayelsa. Igbo towns and villages in Bayelsa. Are there Igbo people in Cross River State? Yes. In Akwa Ibom? Yes. In a local government area? Oh dear. Are there Igbo people in Benue State? Yes. It's now that I have been shouting and screaming and condemning Ohanese and Diatron and Dioshi that they have now started to say, okay, let us see if we can go and find them. Because of Radio Biafra, because of IPOB, what we are doing here. But are there Izon people in Imo? No. Are there, say, Idoma people in Abia? No. But in every state that make up the traditional Biafra land, Igbo people are found in all of them. Igbo-speaking people are found in all of them. That tells you something, that all of us have a common Igbo ancestry and heritage, which we know as Biafra. Do you understand now? The reason why only 5 states were accepted, or the former East Central state, is because the Fulani, courtesy of the British, wants to diminish and reduce our size and number. This is something that Wike doesn't know. And I want to shock Wike tonight with facts and figures. I want to teach Wike a lesson that he would never ever forget. Why I said we are all Igbo people is the same way the 12 tribes of Israel descended from one origin, which is Jacob. But the same, Jacob is their father, all of them, the 12 tribes. Jacob is their father, one man. But as the centuries wore on, they started to speak different languages. But from the same man, Jacob, they all started to speak different languages. They intermarried. They're from the same blood, though. They intermarried. And as you well know, some people used to accuse us before to say, oh, people, you always marry from your village when you want to get married. And I said to them, go and listen to what Jacob said, to what Abraham said, to what Isaac said. Go to my people and get a wife for my son. That's how it's been from the beginning. And it means that, listen carefully, anybody from Imo, Enugu, Edo, Abia, Bayelsa, Rivers, Cross River, Ebonyi, Anambra, Delta, Akwa Ibom, Benue, and Kogi, I mean Lower Benue and Lower Kogi, you can marry anybody from here because you are from one ancestry. You have one ancestral heritage. The language may be different. The dance steps may be slightly different, but they all tie to a piece wrapper, the same women. You can marry anybody from here, and you can rise up and say, I am married to an Igbo woman. Is here now? Is there any place here that there are no Igbo people? That is what Nigeria doesn't want you to know. That is why they hate us. The corrupt, idiotic ones. Few of them, of course. And that is why we must continue until... Is it Egbema? Hey! I want to let Wike understand. In River State, you have Egbema, Eche, Omoma. The same way you have Omoma in Ungwa. Ndani, Ikwere, Ekpeye, Obibo, Opobo, and Oba. And Opobo is Bonnie here. Bonnie, where is Bonnie? They didn't even put Bonnie here. There's not, Bonnie is not here. Which is Obani. U-B-A-N-I. Like you have in Obani, babe. Bonnie. Do you know where they come from? I want to teach Wike a lesson tonight. Do you know where these people come from? And I want to prove it to anybody. If you're from Egbema, you're from... No, not Egbema. Egbema is separate. As you have Egbema in Imo State, Makadi and Mama. You have... If you're from Eche, you're from Ikwere. Let me pick only those two out. Eche and Ikwere. Do you know the people that gave birth to you? At least what I call your maternal lineage. Almost 80% of the people you see today in Iguacha saying they are Niger Delta from River State, their maternal lineage is from Ikeduru in Imo State. Go and ask. People are listening in Iguacha tonight. Our FM is on in Iguacha. I want you to go and ask your father and ask your father to be honest with you, or ask your mom. Where does my grandmother come from? Don't say you ask her, where is it that our grandmother came from in the first place? They will tell you, Ikeduru. You know, in those days, it happened in my village as well. Once one Olokuro woman is married into Isiama Faruku, she will go to her village and she will bring her younger sister or her younger niece. They will come to my village, and from there, they too will get married to somebody in my village. That is why if you come to my village, there are all, the state of my grandmother and my aunt, so to speak, they are all from Olokuro. Go and check. Come to Isiama Faruku and check. The same thing happened in Iguacha. Almost all their mothers came from Ikeduru in Imo State. The same way that almost all their mothers in Ejoland and Ezon came from Arochukwu. I forgot to add Ondo State. Our people are in Ondo State as well. It doesn't mean that Ondo is Igbo territory. No, it's not. But we have Ezon people, Ejo in Ondo State. And they too, the Oromo people are coming with us. They are coming with, I don't, is it Aromo, A-R-O-M-O, I want to get it right. They're also coming with us. They are Biafrans, we can't leave them. Now you understand why we preach this gospel the way we do. So that the world may know. That's something that, Wike, if you trace your, Wike is pure Igbo anyway, I'm not even going to go far. Why Ike? You're not Igbo? Wike, Wike. So when he travels abroad, they call him, hey, hello, Mr. White. He will think with his resource control hat, Panama hat they wear. Is it traditional to our land? That bowler hat you wear, resource control hat you wear, looking like Churchill. Then Churchill's hat now. Are you English? I'm asking you. Those of you idiots that claim that from Niger Delta in Asian land, are you English? You're wearing a hat made in Europe. You say it's your traditional wear. Does that make sense to you? That tells you that you are ashamed of your traditional wear. And your traditional wear is the same one that Ababio wears. The same one that Chibika Mechi wears. The same one they wear when they want to go to war dance, you know, half year. Does that, is that clear now? I hope that some of you are following. The reason why in his own land they wear bowler hats made by Europeans is because of the preponderant influence of slavery. You know me, I tell you the truth. God said you must preach the truth regardless of the consequences. That's what I preach. Is bowler hats, that's the hat that Jonathan wears and Edwin Clark. Is it traditional to Africa? Is it African attire? That thing you put on your head. Is it African? What is African in that part of the world? Only two types of hat. The red cap that Ndense and also they wear, and the weglu, the one that you weave with cotton that Ababio wears. Are they not the two caps that we have? Are they not African? Are they not traditional? You that is wearing bowler hat and the Panama hat in the creeks, is that Panama hat you're wearing or bowler hat? Is it African? Please come back to your roots. People should give them the red cap to wear and the weguru. Somebody should give it to Jonathan to be wearing. So when you travel abroad, they look at you. A bowler hat is meant to be worn with a suit, a morning suit. Do you know what is a morning suit? You know the one that looks like a praying mantis, the one that comes out at the back. That's what it's called, a morning suit. The one they wear to attend weddings. When you're getting married, an Englishman is getting married, that is what they wear. The one that flares out at the back, small at the front, flares out at the back, or with a suit, you can wear a bowler hat. You don't see a white man wearing ordinary shirts without a tie, and you see them wearing a bowler hat. It's not possible. But here, somebody will tie a wrapper the way we do, we dress. I tie a wrapper as well. We tie our wrapper, dress traditionally, and you put on a bowler hat. Resource control hat. And you say you are an African. No, you're not. They must change the way they dress. And dress African. And you must put something on your head. As somebody who is titled. A titled person doesn't go out without a head cover. The same head cover today that the Jews wear all over the world. You know the black patch that we put on, some of us put on. Have you seen any elderly man in the village come out without covering his head before? Hey, my goodness me. My goodness me. People should be paying for this lecture. So it's not free. They should be paying for it because it's not easy. The Elohim said we should preach it. And that is what we are preaching. Somebody will put on a bowler hat and say, oh, it's just traditional dressing. Because you are afraid of being identified as an Igbo man. Or Igbo woman for that matter. That was what the white man taught you. To hate yourself. Despise yourself. What they did to blacks in America. That is why they sell bleaching cream. That was why they developed relaxer to straighten their hair so they will look like Oyibo. The same thing you're doing, wearing a bowler hat. You don't even know the meaning of it. You don't even know how to sequence the type of attire you need to be before you wear a bowler hat. You just go and buy it and you're tying a wrapper and you're wearing a bowler hat. And they say, oh, this is a delegation from Niger Delta. Look at me wearing it's called a Panama hat. Panama. Go and Google it. Panama hat. It is not African. You are not African. Then I'm here. Here we lecture them. In the East, in Biafra land, there are only two types of hats. You have the red hats, the chieftaincy hat that you have, and then you have a Igbo, the cotton one that people also use. Go and check it out. When you're wearing a bowler hat, you're saying, I am a product of slavery. Or as we can wear his small mustache, Hitler, with his Panama hat. Are you from Panama? Do you know the meaning of that thing you're wearing on your head? It's called a Panama hat. Are you from Panama? I'm asking you. A hat that the white man designed to wear in the Caribbean because the Caribbean is always very hot. So they come outside and they wear a Panama shirt, you know, all those colored shirts, and they put on the hat so that the sun cannot be striking their face, so they don't have a sunburn. Do you understand it? Do you understand it? Nonsense. Nonsense. Group calls for referendum to decide the future of the zoological republic. A coalition of civil society groups under the banner of Yoruba Summit Group has called for a referendum. Calling for it, Fulani will not do it. You need to force them. I want our young people to understand this. You need to force them. you need to force them. Somebody said the hat that a mother was wearing in Germany. Yes, that is a proper traditional hat. If you are a Biafran, if you are an Igbo man, I want you to go to Google and look at the pictures of Akpabio. Akpabio is from Anang, if I'm not mistaken. Akpabio is Anang. No, is it Ibibio Anang? I don't know. I will check. I'm so sorry. I should know. That is the hat that Akpabio wears. That means Akpabio is Igbo. Isn't it? And when Chibika Mechi is normal, you know, his brain goes off tangent sometimes. When his brain is normal, he also wears it. That is what we wear in Biafra land. That is the hat people wear. If you go to Idoma land, they wear the chieftaincy hat. You know, the one with the red one we wear. Yes. People who don't know anything coming to argue with people that knows everything. The Yoruba Summit Group has called on the Zoological Republic to organize a referendum. But what I'm saying today, in as much as this statement is laudable, there must be force behind it, or else Britain would not budge, or else Fulani Janjaweed will not cave in. That's what you need to know. And why do we need a separate country from Nigeria? Some of you are wondering. I want to tell you why. Because we do not think alike. Somebody said that we shouldn't have participated in the protest. But hey, this UG black. Black people always hiding and running from the truth. He said he's concerned that we shouldn't have participated. We should have allowed the NSAS protest until it achieves what? What is it going to achieve? You enter into the third week, and I told you they'll bring out the army. First of all, they will buy the media, they'll bring out the army. They will shoot some people will die, you run away, and the whole thing will come to an end. The whole world is talking today because of the leadership that our young people provided on the ground. If you do not know, black man always looking for who to blame. England came, conquered you. They knew if you had only one religion or one denomination, Anglican Church, one day all of you will gather together and reason. You know what they did to you, all of you? In this age, they allowed Roman Catholic to come from Rome. They allowed Assemblies of God to come from USA. They allowed Apostolic Church to come. Everybody came, so you're confused. Anglican cannot marry Catholic. As you're busy squabbling, they are busy colonizing you. Before you get your reasoning up to our level, it will take you 55 years. For your reasoning to be as heightened as ours is, it will take you 55 years. In England, what is the dominant church in England? It is called the Anglican Church, the Church of England, of which before you swear or before they put the crown of England on your head, you must swear to defend the Church of England. They were fighting Roman Catholics for very many years. No Catholic is allowed to become the king or the queen of England. In fact, only it was Tony Blair that changed it. The law of England states that if you marry a Catholic, you cannot ascend to the throne of England. True or false? Some of you, there are some things you don't know. Why do you think I said I must study in England? And one day I was researching and I was asking myself, the people that gave you the Bible, gave you, New Testament, of course, and gave you church. Why is it that when you came to Biafra land, Presbyterian was in Calabar? You know, they had their niche. Almost all of Anambra was swallowed up by Roman Catholic Church. Some sprinkling, some sides in Abia State, had the Church of Missionary Society, CMS. Their college where they train their priests from Methodist Church, from Presbyterian, from Baptist, from Anglican is in my village in Isama Faruku. It is called Trinity College. Go and check it. You know, as a child, I kept wondering, when I started studying history, I said, how come England is only Anglican, Germany only Catholic with Reform? Because Martin Luther is from Germany that started the Reformation in the Roman Catholic Church. Why is it that Poland is only Catholic? Why is it that France is only Catholic? Why is it that Italy, of course, Rome, is only Catholic? Why? Then it occurred to me that they're playing with Africans. You were saying, oh, come to my church, is the best one. I'm in Assemblies of God Church. My Jesus is better than your Jesus in Anglican Church. As you're busy squabbling, others are busy developing rockets to go to space. Because we are black and highly stupid, we never thought it through. That is the only place where at least I tolerated Pentecostalism because it had an element of originality to it. Here is a group of black people meeting together in a goat house or in a poultry or in a shop somewhere saying they're praising Jesus. I can understand that. At least it had a ring of originality to it, something you started yourself. All the other ones they gave you from abroad, ask them. In England, why is it that the Queen cannot allow the children to marry somebody who is a Catholic? Because England is Protestant. Scotland is Presbyterian Methodist. Do you understand it? Black, Onisioji, do you understand what I'm saying? Anyway, some baboons won't understand. They are too thick, they are too dull. My dear brother, if we did not participate in the NSAS protest, they will say we did not participate. But at least now the whole world knows. We have now injected a much needed impetus into the thinking and reaction of young people. And another wave is going to come. When that wave comes, in one night, every politician in Nigeria will go down. That day you have a proper revolution. They have tried it, have seen it's possible. You must now hold yourself and study. And then come back again harder. Do you understand it? Do you understand it? It's called resilience and mental toughness, which unfortunately, as a black person or as black people, some of you cannot see it. If not for the lectures on this very platform over the years, will some of you be able to reason like human beings? You'll still be thinking like a typical black baboon, idiotic in everywhere. Somebody's answering engineer. Engineer Amadi. Engineer Njoko. But in his village, there is no light, no good road, no decent buildings. But he's an engineer. Is that the type of life or the type of society you think we're going to live in? Some of you are very dumb. BBC started broadcasting since 1929. Nobody has ever asked BBC to stop broadcasting. The thing about black people is that we are opinionated and everybody thinks they're very smart. Everybody, every monkey thinks their opinion should count. Why do you think you have election? It's just to settle it. If you can convince more people, you have won. Simple. Because you cannot be sitting down here and arguing every blessed day. Every idiot, a black person, once they've been to secondary school or they have OND, they think they're smart. This UG, mad people everywhere. And they wonder why we speak the way we do. It's because, let me tell you something. Biafrans in the main are Republicans. Everybody wants you to consult them before you do anything. That is why we speak the way we do. That is why sometimes before we do anything, we announce it live on air. Let me tell you, our people, you don't know them. If you do anything that you without their prior knowledge or information, they will sabotage it. Not that that thing is not good, though. It's a typical destructive trait that we have as a people. That is why we preach the way we do. That is why we say the things that we do, that some of you do not understand. And that is why we always win. Eventually, we win. You prepare and you condition the mind of... I read what they did to Ojukwu. If you know what Igbo men did to Ojukwu, the so-called intelligentsia, you will assassinate all of them, those who are still living. Wicked and evil sort of people. It was them that sabotaged Ojukwu. And that thing Ojukwu saw over 50 years ago, they are now seeing and shouting and calling for restructuring. Typical Igbo people. And they are worried that the father was instrumental in sabotaging Biafra. He's today shouting restructuring. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? These are the things you need to understand. That's why we speak the way we do. We tell you what we are going to do. Not everything, but some of the things, so that those in Kafanchi and those in Meduguri will know. Or else they will sabotage you. They will run to Fulani. They will offer their life to Fulani. They will say to Fulani, don't worry, don't fight them. We'll fight them for you. That is the typical Igbo man. Because he's not in charge, he wants to fight you for it. That's how they are. Every idiot thinks they have an opinion that should be respected. Of course. We respect that. But at the end of the day, the majority will carry the vote. And that is why we always win.